Okay, here we are at Monrovia, Raffis Metal Design. This is where they do the powder coating, fabricating, the metallizing. It's a pretty big place. Okay, here's where the initial steel is all welded together. It's all placed together in what's called a jig. And each part here is clamped and then welded. Oh, here's a welding operation going on. And so he's welding all these pieces together. This is going to be probably a door of some kind. And everything is fabricated, and then it has to be metallized and then welded if it's going to not rust. Metallized and then powder coated so it doesn't rust. Okay, let me get this. Okay, so you're gonna sandblast this part here.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the sandblasting booth, and you can see this has been ground and welded together, and now all of the rust and tarnish and everything, fingerprints from people putting their fingers on it, that all has to be removed, and the best way is to use sandblast material, aluminum oxide. So he's going to sandblast this now. So he's going to put on his sandblasting outfit because that sand gets everywhere. The sand tube is right over here. Here's where the tube, here's where the sand comes out of. Only it's not sand, it's aluminum oxide, which is much sharper and more durable than sand. Here's the helmet. It's going to put on the helmet. And this comes from a compressor right here. And then here's the air tank. Well, this is a hopper. This is the hopper where the aluminum oxide gets put into. Aluminum oxide is screened. Make sure no large particles go in. Okay, so now it's going to blast away. And this part here, which looks kind of dingy, you can see the handling marks here, the grinding marks. It's all going to be prepared for painting. Here comes the sand. Metal is one of the requirements for SSTC requirements for a good job. So your powder coating, everything is sticking to metal, which has a much more stronger adhesive bond than if it were tarnished. comes with
Beautiful, look at that.
bright as can be. And the bright metal. There's more than brightness also. It's called a profile. When it hits the metal, it actually has to penetrate and form not a smooth, but actually a pitted profile. This is important for the paint in order to get maximum surface area in order to adhere, and so it doesn't strip off. There's also mechanical adhesion that way. The powder coating sticks. First, the metallizing is able to get into the pits and stay, and also the powder coating then has a profile in order to adhere to the metallizing. So the profile is talked all the time. They even have profile meters which people use, but normally you can just use the fingernail, and you can tell that you've got a good even profile. And this is really perfect profile. And now we're going to metallize it. First we metallize it, or first we bake it?
What?
Are we going to metallize it, or are we going to bake it first? First we're going to metallize it. Metallizing is a blend of zinc, metal, and aluminum, which has been blended about 95% zinc, 5% aluminum, and it's got the right metal temperature, melting point, to be able to be blended on. This is the metallizing rod, right here, and this rod is what comes off the spool into the metallizing gun there.
This one is
Which has a
99% zinc.
99% zinc, this is 99 zinc and 1% aluminum. HDMI cord. Okay, so he's going to light it. Okay, so now it's going to be hauled into the oven where the metallizing, since it does form a little bit of hydrogen, it's going to be put into a 400-degree oven and baked for a certain amount of time. How long does it get baked?
For 400% is hot.
For 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
No, 20 minutes.
20 minutes,
Yes.
okay. 20 minutes at 400. Okay, so this whole structure here was designed here and fabricated here. This is Jed, and he's the manager here. And so can you tell us something about how this was done? This is fabricated here?
It was cut here. Yes, the pieces were cut and welded together, and then sandblasted to bright metal. And then after it was sandblasted to bright metal, completely clean, then it was metallized with 99% zinc wire, 1% aluminum, and now it is sitting and waiting to be powder coated and baked.
So first you'll bake it to get it hot, and then you'll powder coat it?
Yes.
Because
yes.
that drives off the gas.
Yes, yes.
Very good. Well,
Yes,
this
we bring it up to that temperature because it is the powder coating
powder fuses at that temperature.
fuses better to it when it is at that temperature.
Oh, this sure is perfect. This will probably never rust. This is going to be something by the beach.
Yes.
So by the beach, you don't want rusty metal, especially for a railing. Now this looks really great. So temperature is 389, and it's been 20 minutes since we put it in there. So now it's time to take it out and powder coat it. Okay, we're opening the door after the 20 minutes. You can feel the heat. Here comes the metallizing. One thing that zinc metal does, it forms hydrogen gas with moisture in the air. Now we're going to powder coat it. Powder coating, see how we grounded that over there? Powder coating uses electrostatic spray. Here's the powder coating done. There's the powder going out. And sprayed it directly onto the hot metal where it fuses itself. And the powder coating gives like a wraparound because it's electrostatically attracted to ground. So as it sprays one side, you see it wraps around to the other side. See how it's wrapping? And it gets into all the little nooks and crannies. So ordinarily, see how that one there? See now, watch this. So it sprays one side, and it wraps around to the other side. Because it's attracted electrostatically. supply. Air is actually... Okay, we're going now into the oven. Already up to 400. So how long will this take to be?
About 20 minutes.
How long?
15 minutes.
How many?
15.
15 minutes at 400 degrees. Because it's already, metal's already hot. So where does the powder come from? This is the powder.
This powder coat.
And here's the powder right here.
Yeah.
You see your hand like that. Oh, there is the powder. And that powder is put through this hose right here, right into the spray
No.
booth.
Over there. This.
Oh, there's the powder.
Yeah.
And so the air gets pushed into here. This is called a fluidized bed.
Yeah.
The air pushes up here, gets the powder in powder-air mix, so that it becomes like a liquid. Then it's forced through the hose into the hose of the gun. Okay, so we get a sample of powder so we can look at it. This is from Cardinal. This is Cardinal Polyester PGIC Semi-Gloss Smooth. Okay, so just to look at the sample of the powder coating, we'll just do a bar and quick clean, and no sandblasting or metallizing, and we'll just do the powder coat only and see what it looks like. Alright, so now this piece is being pulled out from the oven, and it's hot. And it'll be left to cool. And what a perfect job. Wow, what a perfect job. Everything is looking good. Not a single defect. Zinc metal and with the powder coating at a pretty, about 5 or 6 mils thick, I suppose. Will probably last a long time. Okay, so here's the results. There's the bag of powder that got put onto the metal piece. So, how's the paint job look?
Looks very good. Nice and smooth.
And it's hard?
Hard. Doesn't come off with by scratching it.
Ah, that's great. Well, that's going to last a long time. Baked on powder coating. Okay, thank you.